Hello, my friends. Oh, I have just recently returned from my retreat with the Board of Ordained Ministry. 3 days of interviewing folks who want a different relationship with the Methodist Church, most of whom are trying to become a form of a pastor. I can make a whole video about provisional elders, deacons, ordination, changing membership, and you can put it on if you want to go to sleep. No, it can be kind of interesting. It just gets into the weeds. But I'm on the theology team. So if you want to become a pastor, essentially, you kind of have to come before my team. And after 3 days of discussing theology with some seminary trained folks, other folks who've been in the church, leading the church for a number of years, I am spent. It's a great time. You feel to be around fellow like church leaders who are doing their best to share the love of God with everyone they meet is nurturing. It really is. To hear about the collective efforts towards loving our neighbors, what we're doing, what we're seeing, who we're listening to. I wish I could share uh, everything that I gathered. And I'm pulling on all of these experiences as I think about this coming Sunday. And I didn't get to make it to Bible study, so you might be getting a little bit of my ramblings. Small commercial for Tuesday Bible study. Um, the story is the disciples. Jesus tells the disciples to get into the boat. They go into the boat. He goes up the hill. A storm comes. They're scared to death, and Jesus comes walking on the water. This is that famous story where Peter steps out, starts to sink. Jesus pulls him up, puts him back in. Just a few thoughts. I think we're in the boat right now. This might make it into the sermon. I don't know, but I feel like Spirit of Hope, the Methodist Church, and the Church Universal, we are in that space between miracle and storm. And Jesus is saying, "Fear not." We have legitimate reasons to be scared. That, I am. I don't. There's a reduction in how many ICE agents are in, but it's in our state. But I still feel, even in this recording, what's going to happen between now and when this gets sent to you. I don't know. And I can react to the midst of this storm with so much fear, where it paralyzes me in the boat. Right? And that's the thing about the boat. The boat are all these people who are trying to follow Jesus, many of whom have been following Jesus for a number of years. And then they see him and they're still kind of scared. Hence the fear not. What do we do in the midst of our fear? Do we retreat inside? Do we step out? Are we so scared that the boat is going to flip over? Not unrealistic in the midst of the storm. Where's Jesus in the midst of this? Jesus doesn't wait for calm waters to show up. Jesus draws near now. Jesus calls us not to fear now. And the fear isn't the emotional response. The fear is the question of who are we going to trust? When I'm scared, I don't know if I trust people. Like, I don't know if I trust the government. I don't know if I trust certain leaders in certain spots in my life. But I hope, what I draw close to is that if I can trust that the God who created the waves, that the waves and the wind still know the sound of God's voice. If if the ground of being really is love, if I draw closer to love, maybe even if I'm swallowed up in the storm, I may just have a life worth living. Yeah, that's stepping out. Like when, because Peter gives Jesus this test of, if you call me out, I can do this. Don't we all just wish we had it that clear to be able to say to Jesus, hey, Jesus, if you want me to do this, say so, and I will. So free, Jesus gives us the command to love one another as he has loved us. Ah, man. If Jesus thinks we can do that, I'm willing to step out, however imperfectly. I'm willing to try to love more. I'm going to screw it up. I'm not going to be great at this. But we've got this boat. And I hope all of us together are able to give this a shot. I'm running out of time. A little bit of rambling, but come Sunday, we'll see a more polished version of this. I'll see you later.